Back now with Charlie Stalker, and Betty has a question for you.
Morning, Betty.
Good morning, and how are you, Charlie?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. I have two red-top Fatimas that they have never turned red. They are on the north side of the house. Is that the problem?
What kind of tree?
They told me there was red-top Fatima. The leaves will turn red in the fall, and mine has never turned red.
Okay, that's a Photina?
Yeah, probably.
A
Yes.
Photina, okay.
Uh-huh.
It's probably not a Photina. Does it get at least 3 hours of sun a day?
Well, it's on the north side of my house. It doesn't get a whole lot of sun.
Okay. If it gets at least, there's no reason why that shouldn't turn red. So my question is it really a Photina fraseri? That's the question. Because there's no way, I've never seen a Photina that doesn't turn red as you get into the fall. And why would it not get red? If it doesn't get enough sun, but it just needs a minimal sun of about 3 hours. That's all it needs. Normally, for things to do what they need to do, they need at least 6 hours of sun in the table, but Photinas don't need but maybe 3. So I guess, here's what I would do. There is a compound called azomite, A-Z-O-M-I-T-E, and it contains all of the micronutrients. It's relatively inexpensive. I think you can get it at Rural King or any of the places. I think the box stores even, not expensive, and just put a tablespoon or two around the Photina and just see if maybe the adding of some micronutrients won't make a difference in getting the leaf to turn red for the fall. And other than that, I'm of no help.
That's so interesting, though. And is there a way she can find out if that's a Photina?
Well, send it to me on Hey Garden Guy Charlie Stalker.
Picture.
Send me a picture of it, and I can identify. We have a lot of people that send pictures of plants. They don't know what it is. Now, it's difficult for me to tell what it is if it has no leaves on it. Sometimes if it gives me a good picture of a bark, I can tell you, but generally I need some leaves to really see what it is.
Just so you know. Well, Alice is on the phone.
Morning, Alice.
Hello, Charlie.
Good morning.
I have two questions.
All right.
One is, how can you get rid of Bermuda grass?
Uh-huh.
And the other is, when you spray Roundup, there seems like there's a weed with purple flowers that follow it, and it's very invasive. Is there anything you can use to get rid of that purple stuff?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. The lamium, the henbit, is a cool season weed, if we're talking about the same thing. And so by the 1st of May to the 10th of May, because of the warm soil temperatures, that henbit will be gone. So if you can put up with it that long and not use any chemicals, so much the better. The good thing about Roundup, and we're going to answer that question about the Bermuda and this as well, is Roundup, the active ingredient is glyphosate. And the nice thing about it is, in nature, is it breaks down after 7 days. It's no longer the chemical glyphosate. That's the beauty of it. So with Bermuda grass, if you catch it when it's really starting to form and the rhizomes are starting to green up, which generally here will be around the first week of May, if you can spray that Roundup once, then in 7 days spray it again, then in 7 days spray it again, you will knock down that Bermuda to a great degree. I won't say you'll kill it, because I've tried everything. It's hard to kill as yucca plants. I think I've killed yuccas in landscapes with Roundup, and they come back the next year. Anyway,
Really?
Yeah. So for me to say Roundup is the sure cure, I can't say that. But that's a beginning.
That's a beginning.
They used to burn it all. The farmers used to burn it all, but now
Trudy's on the phone for you.
Morning, Trudy.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Oh,
Trudy.
thank you, Charlie, for I can get a hold of you. I need your advice so badly.
Okay.
You know, we had all this rain,
Yes.
and I covered up my strawberries. So I'm concerned about it. Is it safe to uncover them?
I would leave, the runners really haven't started out yet, so I would leave the straw on there probably till the 1st of April in that neighborhood. Then I would remove the straw. I think you're just a little bit early now of removing the straw, unless we just get a real snap of weather that could hurt the strawberries. Wait till about the 1st of April. Then take the straw off.
All right, Charlie and Lily, thank you very much.
Don't you wish you were that peaceful?
I know, she is totally chill. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.